Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're rebundling up to talk about one of nature's most powerful and sometimes dangerous spectacles, the American winter storm, from the blizzards of the Great Plains to the ice storms of the South. These weather events shape lives, landscapes, and even history across the country. So, what exactly makes a winter storm? It's not just a little bit of snow. A winter storm is a weather event where the main form of precipitation is snow, sleet, or freezing rain. The U.S. National Weather Service has specific criteria, like heavy snowfall over a certain period or significant ice accumulation, to issue a winter storm warning. Let's break down the different types you might encounter. First up, the classic blizzard. This isn't just heavy snow. It's a ferocious combination of falling or blowing snow. Strong winds of at least 35 miles per hour, and visibility reduced to less than a quarter mile for at least 3 hours. Blizzards can create massive snowdrifts, shut down transportation entirely, and cause widespread power outages. Think of the Great Blizzard of 1888, which paralyzed the East Coast, or the Snowmageddon events we've seen in more recent years. They are true forces of nature. Then you have ice storms. In my opinion, these can be even more treacherous than blizzards. They happen when rain falls through a shallow layer of freezing air near the surface, freezing on contact with everything it touches: power lines, roads. This glaze of ice, while sometimes beautiful, is incredibly heavy. It can snap tree branches and bring down power lines, leaving communities in the dark and cold for days, sometimes even weeks. The roads become like skating rinks, making travel nearly impossible and extremely dangerous. Another fascinating and powerful type of winter storm is the nor'easter, named for the northeasterly winds that blow in from the ocean. These storms primarily affect the East Coast, from New England down to the Mid-Atlantic. They form when a low-pressure system moves up the coast, drawing in cold air from the north and moisture from the Atlantic. The result can be a massive dumping of snow, high winds, and coastal flooding. Some of the most memorable and destructive snowstorms in U.S. history have been nor'easters, but winter weather isn't just confined to the north. The South gets its share too, and often they're less prepared for it. A few inches of snow or a thin layer of ice in places like Atlanta or Dallas can cause chaos, precisely because the infrastructure isn't built to handle it. They have fewer snowplows, and most drivers aren't experienced with icy conditions. This is a crucial point. The impact of a winter storm is as much about location and preparedness as it is about the storm's intensity. So, where do these storms come from? It's all about the collision of air masses. America's geography is perfect for this. You have cold, dry air coming down from the Arctic and warm, moist air moving up from the Gulf of Mexico. When these two meet, the warm, less dense air rises over the cold air. As it rises, it cools, and the moisture condenses into clouds and precipitation. The jet stream, a high-altitude river of wind, acts as the storm track, guiding these systems across the country. A dip in the jet stream can bring that frigid Arctic air deep into the U.S., setting the stage for a major winter storm. Let's also talk about lake effect snow. This is a hyper-localized phenomenon that dumps incredible amounts of snow on the areas downwind of the Great Lakes. When cold, dry air flows over the relatively warmer waters of the lakes, it picks up moisture and heat. As the air reaches the colder land, it rises and unloads all that moisture as heavy snow. Cities like Buffalo, New York, are famous for this, sometimes getting buried under several feet of snow, while a town just 30 miles away might see only a few flurries. It's a perfect example of how local geography can create extreme weather. Preparing for a winter storm is absolutely critical, no matter where you live. The first step is to stay informed. Pay attention to weather forecasts and warnings from the National Weather Service. Have an emergency kit ready. This should include things like non-perishable food, water, flashlights with extra batteries, a first aid kit, a battery-powered radio, and any necessary medications. Make sure your home is ready to insulate pipes to prevent them from freezing and bursting, and check your heating system. If you have a fireplace, make sure the chimney is clean. And of course, there's your vehicle. If a storm is coming, the best advice is to stay off the roads. But if you absolutely must travel, make sure your car is winter ready. Check your tires, battery, and antifreeze. Keep an emergency kit in your car as well, with blankets, extra warm clothes, jumper cables, and some snacks. Getting stranded in a winter storm can be life-threatening, so being prepared can make all the difference. It's also important to remember the risks of cold exposure, like hypothermia and frostbite. If you have to be outside, dress in layers, wear a warm hat, gloves, and waterproof boots. The wind chill factor can make the air feel much colder than the actual temperature, increasing the risk of cold-related injuries. And never ever use a generator, grill, or camp stove inside your home. They produce carbon monoxide, an odorless, colorless gas that can be fatal. While these storms can be dangerous, they also have a profound impact on our environment. The snowpack that builds up in mountains, like the Rockies and the Sierra Nevada, is a vital source of water for the western U.S. It acts as a natural reservoir, melting in the spring and summer to fill rivers and supply water for agriculture and cities. A winter with low snowfall can lead to serious droughts the following summer. Winter storms are a fundamental and awe-inspiring part of the American climate. They remind us of the power of nature and the importance of being prepared. They create scenes of incredible beauty and moments of community as neighbors help each other shovel out. From the science behind their formation to the practical steps we can take to stay safe. Understanding these events is key to living with them. They are a force to be respected, a challenge to be met, and an integral part of the rhythm of the seasons across the United States. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this gave you a better understanding of the incredible winter storms we see in America. If you found this interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Stay safe and stay warm out there. See you in the next video.